As admissions decisions come in, some of you are looking ahead to the fall and your new life on campus as a college student. Despite my ridiculously advanced age, I still remember how the second half of senior year felt in high school. Everyone was comparing results and buying school merch. I went on dorm room shopping trips with my mom to get shower sandals and bed sheets for a diminutive bed size that doesn't exist in real life. I didn't work anymore because what were they going to do? Rescind my offer? I don't know why I set it up like that. They didn't rescind my offer. And I've gone through this 3 times. Once for undergrad, once for a year abroad exchange program, and once for graduate school. I've helped a lot of people prepare for college, so I have some idea what I'm talking about. That being said, it's not like I went through college perfectly. Some of these lessons I had to learn over time, and in this video, I'm going to give you things I wish I knew before starting college. Unlike high school, where you're literally legally required to attend, and teachers chase you around if you're late on assignments, and your parents force you to enroll in weekend classes or sports clubs, for some of you, college is the first time in your life where it is what you make of it. If you want to skip all your classes and fail out, you may. If you want to do the bare minimum and make no friends, you may. If you want to focus exclusively on making friends and ignore academics, you may not. No, you may. You get the picture. If you're sitting there rolling your eyes at your phone, yeah, I know. This seems self-evident. But trust me, it really starts to feel different once you're there, and there will be a lot of freedom and temptations you might not have had in high school. At my undergrad, several students were rushed to the emergency room to get their stomachs pumped on the first weekend. Yeah, the food is that bad. In many ways, the guardrails are off, and you are required to think hard about what you want to get out of your time in college. Now, this depends on your degree and career path. STEM is slightly different from humanities. If you know your continuing education, that might also change your priorities. You have to care more about academics. So with that caveat out of the way, I'm going to give you my recommendations, and if I see one single comment that's like, yeah, but what about this example that undermines what you're saying, I'm going to donate heavily to your dream school's biggest rival. In high school, you are largely pushed to favor grades over networking opportunities. More or less everything you do is valued through the perspective of, will it help me get into a better school? In the real world, grades don't matter nearly as much. Now, before I get my checkbook out, yes, sometimes they do. They help you get your first job, and they help you get into graduate school. Maybe they help with internships. However, after that, your connections, skills, and degree are what open doors. So my first tip is to unlearn some of how they taught you to value your time in school up to this point. I more often see students overlook networking in favor of academics than vice versa. Usually I see students graduate with really solid GPAs and no one to talk to when it's time to apply for jobs. I recommend you strike a healthy balance because there are jobs that won't let you in if you have below a certain GPA, and there are schools that won't look at your application if you have below a certain GPA. Don't graduate with a D average, but it's really hard to even get a D average, so as long as you're not like calling your professors slurs, you should be okay. Now, if you are someone who needs a really high GPA, let me give you a secret. You can network your way into an A. If you are the student who goes to the professor's office hours and asks earnestly how you can improve, and if you build a relationship with them and they like you, your grade will magically inflate. It's almost like getting people to like you is more important than doing everything on your own in both academics and your career. It's almost like that. What else? Early classes are a trap. Let's just get that out of the way. You get to set your own schedule in college, and I personally only took like one class before noon. It was an advanced writing class, and it was only offered in the morning. But otherwise, you would be the first success story I've heard about purposefully taking 8 a.m. classes and not regretting it. Classes themselves vary wildly depending on who teaches them. Some of this is out of your control, and that sucks, but try to research as much as you can about the professor who teaches the course. This will dictate how difficult the class is, how much you learn, what the class experience like. Are you encouraged to ask questions? Is there cold calling? Do you just sit there silently and listen? Are they hot? I'd also add that you are not required to leave college with the requisite skills to perform your job. Let me say that again. You are not required to leave college with the requisite skills to perform your job. So if you're going through classes and fear that the information is insufficient, it's okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's okay. A lot of people don't understand this concept. Why the hell are you dropping a small fortune on a degree that doesn't teach you everything you need to know to enter the workforce? It's just how it is. You learn things on the job and with experience. Of course, a degree helps you get there, but I've seen my fair share of seniors freak out because they're like, I have no idea how I'm going to do the functions of this entry-level position after graduation, and it's fine. Employers expect you to require training. Unless you work at Mooshly, in which case you're required to be a generational talent from day one. One of the things that depressed me going into college was being poor and ugly. No, I'm just kidding. I've always been divine. It was when people said often that college was the best time of their life and to enjoy it while it lasts. Because if you're 18 hoping to make it to 80 and lots of older people tell you it's all downhill from here, that's not great. Now, the good news is I disagree with that assessment, and I hope to continue disagreeing as I get older, but there's some truth in it. When you're an undergrad, you're in a very unique position in your life. You have responsibilities, but generally speaking, fewer. You're surrounded with people who share a common goal, getting a degree, and every day you move closer to that goal regardless of what you do. You skip class to play video games all day, you're still one day closer to getting a degree. So you're gifted a consistent sense of progress. And it's often straightforward progress. Go to your classes, get good grades. You're not wondering what your responsibilities are or should be quite as much. And in this environment with a singular shared goal, it's remarkably easy to make friends. People you might hate meeting outside of college could be good buddies while you're in it. And making friends does get harder out of school. So I highly encourage you to foster your soft skills during this time. Do not be the student who graduates with a 4.0 GPA but can't talk to a stranger. Try new things. Join a club for something you've been interested in but not sure how to begin. Expand the boundaries of your comfort zone. Go on dates, make new friends, go to parties. Beyond the doors that a degree opens, your college experience might be the single most important playground to enhance or catch up on social skills you haven't really developed yet. This is doubly important post-COVID, and it's really a tragedy when I hear about somebody who just didn't push themselves during college. They lived at home. They didn't make friends. They didn't learn how to play well with others. Again, everyone's situation is unique, but do try to make the most of this, and it will likely be one of the best times of your life. I've talked before about networking early and often, so I won't repeat myself too much here, but get started right away. Even if it's just making friends in your dorm, the more comfortable you get building these connections, the easier it will be in the long run. And when you graduate with a robust network to help you out, you will be eternally thankful for yourself doing the groundwork. I'm sure this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to rapid fire some final recommendations, and if there's anything in particular you want to discuss with me, feel free to shoot me an email. There are a lot of opportunities being on campus. It's easy to think it's just clubs and faculty, but there will be other resources to help you out. If you don't know where to begin, try asking some of your older classmates. I would wait to buy textbooks until you're sure you actually need them. Sometimes professors will have the passages you need in PDF, or you just don't even use a book that's on the syllabus, and that can save you a lot of money. People change a lot throughout college, and you should too. It's such a time of rapid growth that you most likely won't be graduating as the same person who attended orientation. You shouldn't be. That said, not all your friends in college will be your forever friends, and that's okay. Maybe it happens on campus, maybe it happens after you graduate, but I encourage you to surround yourself with people who make you better, regardless of your history. Did I mention LinkedIn already? I recommend you have a LinkedIn when you enroll to facilitate networking. And now I'll wrap this up, but I want to leave you with saying that your mental health is important and college should challenge you, but be cognizant of burnout and check in with yourself every so often. Try not to compare yourself to others, just be better than you were yesterday. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and I've helped many students improve their writing and get accepted to elite academic programs and institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, law schools, PhDs, and graduate business programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I publish some out here to help you for free. I've also written a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. It's designed to be actionable and can get you started on your essay in minutes. Click the link in the description to download it for free. I routinely publish practical videos like this to help with your college applications and life on campus, so if you found this helpful, subscribe now to make sure you catch the next one. Don't forget to grab your free college essay introduction guide from the link in the description, and I'll see you next time.